All right, welcome back to the pull list. Let's go ahead and see what we've got lined up for this week. Joe is an elderly dementia patient that becomes possessed by a powerful demon. In order to save him, an unconventional and mysterious exorcist, J.C. Garcia, must venture into his mind. Once inside, he finds far more than he bargained for, an ever-changing hellscape created by a fusion of Morris's and the demon's memories that bring JC face to face with his own traumatic past. All the Devils Are Here reinvents the exorcism story with a unique emotional tale about the power of love, loss, and memory. I'm gonna say probably not for me. I'm not the biggest horror fan, and of the horror that I do like, I tend to not be a big fan of exorcisms. And on top of that, we've managed to journeys into minds, and I don't know why, but I've gotten like really burned out on journeys into characters' psyches. So that's going to be a no thank you from me. Sounds interesting, but I wish the cover art was the interior art. Oh man, if they're bait and switching on the art on top of that, yeah, that's going to be a definite pass. The Ambassadors, issue 2. I enjoyed the first issue's art quite a bit. I was less wild about the writing. I felt like it was Miller doing his Miller thing, which some people love, and I have, as I've mentioned, pretty mixed feelings about. This issue looks like we're going to get Carl Korschel on the art, which I am totally fine. My understanding is that every issue is going to superstar, and I am perfectly happy to continue reading this. Yeah, can't go wrong with Kerschel. And this one looks like is going to be about the superhero for India. And I'm sure that will be handled with all of the taste and delicacy that Miller has made his name on. But yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and give it a let's keep going. Next up, Breaklands, Season 3, Number 1. I was kind of inclined to not count this one because it's a Season 3, but Number 1, I just can't resist the siren song of that number. Betrayed by Gargarin, Casa has lost the brother she just found, but dark forces are moving and she may have a bigger destiny. Okay, cool, I guess. Good luck to her? I'm not, this is not bringing me on board as a new reader. Pass. All right, now we get into the eventy stuff with Captain America Cold War Alpha number 1. What a title. The revolution starts here. Bucky Barnes is the Outer Circle's new revolution. That's a title for people who haven't been caught up with this title. That was a confusing thing to say. But like it's like being president, you know, mayor. You become the revolution. So Bucky has enacted his deadliest move yet, an alliance with Sam Wilson's nemesis, the White Wolf. When Steve Rogers' adopted son, Ian, also known as Nomad, is abducted by someone Steve thought was a friend, he suspects Bucky's hand at work and calls upon the people who know Ian best. Okay. Has Bucky gone too far? Probably not, but they're going to make it look like it. And this will continue in Captain America's Symbol of Truth. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one. I'm kind of leaning soft no. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's going to pull me over. Not seeing anything in the creators list that's going to $5. I think that's probably going to be a pass from me. Carnage, I'm just sort of curious to see how they've managed to make it to issue 12. I guess they brought back Cletus Cassidy. That would probably make it a little bit. Bound to an all-new type of symbiote, the Extreme Biote, Cletus has a whole new array of deadly abilities, and he's eager to put to a bloody and brutal test. I know that some people like this title, which is great for them, but I mean, I don't want to say like I'm anti-symbiote, right? Because like I actually enjoyed the Venom run preceding this one with the whole, Null and, Dylan stuff. And I even enjoyed I think it was Absolute events a fair amount. Had sort of a goofy charm to it, but I am not seeing anything here that is going to bring me over, so that is going to be a pass. Next up, I'm mostly just looking at this because of the cover and because it's appearing on a lot of the best of for 2022 lists. I have a project I'm working on where I'm going to read the best comics of 2022 according to those lists, and this title is on there. So I was very curious to see what's going on. So this is the mini-series finale. I should probably not actually read this, but I was curious to just check out the covers. Interesting. That's like a really charming thing. So that will be a pass, but we will be going back and checking out the first issue soon. So keep an eye out. This I'm probably not going to read because I would need to go back to the first issue, but I was just really very much charmed by this cover. I think this is a great cover. Just very striking. You've got the blood, you've got the expression, the weird swirly background stuff. I don't know. This all just comes together in a very effective way. Nicely executed. And the cover artist is also the artist, so that's a definite bonus right there. I've got my eye on this title. Like I said, I'm not picking it up actively, but I am curious to hear what people think about it when it's complete. Next title, Marvel Voices Spider-Verse #1. An awesome assembly of Marvel's mightiest, an all-new selection of interdimensional adventures from some of Marvel's freshest and finest creators. Hopefully this goes better than Miles Morales. I don't think I care about this very much. Like I said, I'm pretty burned out on the multiverse material. Is up to. This is a pretty good cover. I feel like this is a really good week for covers in general. I'm seeing some like really strong art coming out of this. Very nicely executed. I particularly like the light coming down around the wreckage as well. And this is Spidey's last stand. We're dealing with the new foe, Rabble. Should be Rubble looking at that cover. With terrifying abilities, attack drones, spider slayers, and the stolen powers of Classified. I don't know what that is about. Okay, I don't think I'm caught up on this, but the art looks strong enough that maybe I need to give this a look. I might try to check this out at the store. So I will define myself here as very curious, but probably not a Paklis #6. Now I haven't read the first 5, but that cover was just drawing me in. Look at that. That is so good. Just terrific stuff. Very striking. Are they all that good? They're all very good, but I think that one stands out in particular. This is okay, but I don't think it's on the same level. Okay, well, I'm interested in this title, but I don't think this is probably a great jumping on point. But again, I just was really blown away by how striking that cover is. And this was another one that I just really enjoyed visually. Looks like zombie stuff, but just seeing that truck in the distance and that vast white space, or I guess light blue gray space at the top, was really impressively. But if we're going to look at this, we should probably check out the first issue, which is also quite nice. Looks like they're really emphasizing the negative space on this project. Dom is a long-haul truck driver attempting to stay ahead of his tragic past. When he stops one night to assist Birdie, who has been in a massive car crash, they pull an artifact from the wreckage that throws their lives into fifth gear. Surreal world, query of strange and impossible monsters, grindhouse horror meets high concept. Actually, wait a minute. Did I look at this? I think I looked. I really like the art, but I don't think I'm continuing our run of just really solid covers. We've got Sleepwalking #1. That is very striking. Clementine and her gritty punk friends as they okay, so it looks like we've got a typo here. That's probably join Clementine as they navigate the perils of ex-partner drama, 2 loud house shows, and the overwhelming ennui that is their 20s. Clem's a possum, her friends are raccoons, badgers, and squirrels. More importantly, they're trying. I'm getting some Night in the Woods energy off of this. So let's try Sleepwalking, Lauren. Want to see what the art looks like on the inside. Okay, still pretty good. Well, you know what? It's a first issue. I think that's going to be a pull for me. I'm sufficiently delighted by the cover and I appreciate the art. I'm willing to give it a shot. Now, I have no intention of actually reading this, but I was fascinated by this cover. This is just such a weird cover for Spawn in particular. Like, I have no idea who this is, but, you know, with the contrasting greens and blues, I mean, he very much looks like a superhero, I guess, but he looks like a Kirby type god superhero, and he doesn't look like he belongs anywhere near Spawn, right? And I was just like drawn in by this. It's such a fascinating image. It's Cagliostro, I think. I read like the first 12 to 20 issues of Spawn a million years ago, but it didn't make a big impression, and I don't really remember it. I don't think I remember Cagliostro at all. Remember there was like an evil clown. He was fun. And the description doesn't seem to be very interesting to me, but man, what a cool cover. Did he look like this in the original run? I don't remember anything like this in the original. That I feel like that was his face did. Okay. Yeah, I could see the face more or less fitting in, but that Kirby armor is definitely an interesting look for sure. A pass, but a respectable pass. Next title. We've got the newest issue of Superman Lost, which is going to be a pull for me because we got Christopher Priest on the keyboard. I mostly enjoy the art from Pagulayan, although I feel like he's not quite arrived at his final form yet. I feel like he's got some more development to do. He's definitely above average, but it shifts a little bit from page. But I don't even need to read the description because I know I'm going to read the title. Next, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles / Usagi Yojimbo, WhereWhen #1. I am not at all interested in this unless it is Stan Sakai creating it, and Stan Sakai is creating it, and therefore, delightful cover, by the way. That is an easy pull. Don't even need to read it. Let's go. And we're getting close to the end here, but we are continuing with our X-Men read through. We've got some Brood stuff going on. Why have the Brood gone mad? I don't know. I guess I'll have to pick up a copy and find out. I am ready for this storyline to wrap up, though. It's got a connecting cover to Captain Marvel, but I don't think that's going to win me over. Nice try, Marvel. Maybe next time. All right, that's going to do it for us for this week. If you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to give us a like, leave a comment if you think that I missed a title that I should check out. And if you'd like to see us do this live, you can go ahead and check out my Twitch stream every Friday where I go through the list and see what's worth pulling and what isn't. Thanks for watching and have a good one.